What up, YouTube? This is Yucca. I'm in the Dove Shack currently, and this is the No Pigeons podcast. I'm about to check out a video. I have, again, all my videos that I check out, I've never seen them before. I haven't prior checked it out, so I don't know what to expect. So excuse me not being fully prepared at times. Sometimes I'm shocked. I don't know if this coming video is going to be a comedy or what. I don't know what to expect. But it's called I Spent a Day with Otherkin. I don't know what the fuck that is, but we're going to find out. People who aren't entirely human. Yeah. Should I just jump into it or what? Or should I do a little monologue? No, I'm going to just jump into it because who knows what to expect, man. I can't, there's nothing I could do that could prepare for this, right? And me doing little monologues and shit is just going to make it too damn long. Make the video too damn long. But let's check this out. Hopefully this isn't like a comedy parody or some shit because I wouldn't be surprised, but I also wouldn't be surprised of the exact opposite. So we'll see. This world's gone to shit, so.
Subculture who socially and spiritually identify as not entirely human. The origin of Otherkin can be traced back to Elfenkind Digest, a mailing list started in 1990 by a student at the University of Kentucky for elves and interested observers.
I bet you the motherfucker was trolling too. I bet you he was just trolling and somebody found this shit and came up on it and found it. It was their new way of life. Godly. Shit is weird.
Since then, the Otherkin community has thrived both online and in real life, with members largely identifying as mythical creatures such as dragons, elves, fairies, animals, and aliens. My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'm going to be sitting down with Otherkin to learn the truth behind this mysterious community.
This guy's trolling. This guy's trolling. There is no way he is that serious. This guy's fucking trolling, right? But I bet you he's going to troll the shit out of these people too. I bet you. Right? I think he's doing this for views, but hey, we're going to find out.
And how they operate in the 21st century. Have Otherkin transcended our trivial human reality, enabling them to connect with other mythical and astral worlds? Or are they just perverse humans unable to cope with the day-to-day interactions necessary?
The latter. The latter.
To survive in modern society. Hi, Naya. Hi, Luis.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for coming out and teaching me about the wondrous world of Otherkin.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
So what do you consider yourself?
Gay.
Otherkin, just non-human, or?
I try to become an elf.
You're trying to become an elf?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of plastic surgery, like, fantasy kind of features in my
Mental illness.
face and body to become something that it...
But this goes when mental health is unchecked, right? I feel now that people use mental health issues as more of a badge, It's not even something that you need to fix. It's something that you need to embrace, right? Crazy is just something embraced nowadays. There's no... People don't see no issue with it because everything is accepting. Liberals are just all accepting no matter what it is. They don't care what it is, right? So, like the Mads, they call them now, but we'll get into that in another video.
doesn't look really natural.
I consider myself a British Columbia wolf and red fox therian.
So that's different than?
I seen that motherfucker in the Matt Walsh, What is a Woman, right? And he didn't have no answers. That motherfucker had no, I don't feel comfortable in this interview. I'm going to leave, right? Because they don't like to get checked, And that's what men do. They'll check you. They'll check you on your bullshit, right? At least proper men.
And Otherkin, or is it in the same realm?
So Otherkin is more of an umbrella term. So Otherkin refers to people who identify.
Otherkin are people who identify as partially or entirely non-human. A dragon, a lion, a fox, you name it. There is probably someone out there who feels like they are more these things than they are human. Yeah, that's mental illness, and that's being neglected as a childhood. You sat in front of the TV all day, and no one checked your views, so you just you found people to reinforce this nonsense, right? So if you're a dragon, no, okay, forget the dragon. If you think you're a lion or a fox, why don't you go live among them? See if your ass don't get ate up.
Identify in some way as non-human. Therian is a more specific term referring to animals that are living or were once living on this earth.
Basically, if it really existed in the realm of reality.
Right, that would be Therian.
So what does being otherkin entail?
You identify usually spiritually or psychologically or both. I've seen cases where it's been neither, but you have this deep identification as
This guy wearing a bra? Or he got like, he's on the hormones.
something that is not human. For me, it's wolf.
Being an otherkin means that you don't feel entirely or completely human. In my case, it's something non-related to reality. I'm trying to become something from fantasy.
What non-human species or kin type do you identify as?
Do you know what Pleiadians are?
Pleiadians.
Yeah.
Some alien shit,
They are a
right?
kind of elves that comes from space. They are beings from love and light, and they live in
How ideal. Just love and light and welcoming embrace. No one to check me on my bullshit. Everything is just happy place.
space and care about the earth, and I really like it.
So you are a creature built on love and light from space.
Exactly.
When did you first become cognizant that you were otherkin?
So when I was about 10 or 11, I had this friend on this Danny Phantom, you know, the cartoon of
Hell yeah.
And I met this girl about my age and we became friends. And she went into this anime phase. You have to watch Wolf's Rain. What is Wolf? You have to watch it. I'm not going to tell you the plot. You just have to watch it. So I watch it. I see, you know, the intro with Kiba. That's the
So you're watching cartoons and you base your reality on cartoons. Makes a whole lot of sense. Makes a whole lot of sense. No wonder you're so, there's so much validity in the shit that you do.
main character, the White Wolf. And I'm like, this is me.
So automatically
This
when
is
you
me.
saw
Right.
the intro,
Right. So I did a bunch of research. I watched all sorts of documentaries on wolves. I read all I could about wolves. And by age 12, I knew I was a wolf.
if there were a way to permanently alter every aspect of your body to represent the species that you identify with, would you do it?
I will be taller.
I bet you these motherfuckers are vegans too. If you really a fox or a lion or whatever, eat some raw meat. Go hunt an animal with your bare hands. You know what I mean? And rip its flesh with your teeth. Do that. Prove to me that you're really a wild animal.
Yeah.
I will be transparent. I will have very big eyes. I will have my hair super long, maybe floating and stuff. But well, that's not possible. So I stay with the things I can do with surgery. My next surgery, for example, will be a mask under my skin. Under the
mask?
Think of how fucked up these people are gonna look when they're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s with their sagging skin and just elf ears. You know what I mean? You're gonna look ridiculous. You're gonna look fucking ridiculous.
Mask under your
yeah,
skin?
it's my entire chin, my entire jawline, my cheekbones, and my eyebrows. So yeah, it's basically like a plastic mask under my face.
Is that to completely
No wonder these motherfuckers are so broke too. Like, look at the amount of money you're spending on plastic surgery. What are you doing? I bet you they prostituting themselves, OnlyFans, Reddit, all kinds of sexual stuff just to fund their insanity.
alter the shape of your face?
Do you remember Angelina Jolie in Maleficent? Well,
Yes.
I might do something like that.
You're gonna look like Angelina Jolie in Maleficent?
Maybe. I'm still deciding because
They keep referring to movies, anime, shows, because none of it's involved with reality. You know, they don't live in reality, and the shit goes unchecked. You know what I mean? They like the attention, but they don't like negative attention. They like only positive attention, right? Crazy.
it's really extreme, but I like extreme.
How many plastic surgeries have you had?
It's around 30. I did my vampire hairline. I did my nose 2 times. I changed my eye color. This is contact lens, of course.
Yeah. Was that the worst pain you've ever felt in your life?
Actually, no. The worst was in my eyes, but for the shape.
You changed the shape of your
Yeah,
eyes?
I had cantopexy. It's like they put threads in your eyes and then they pull.
Actually, he's Spanish, so he probably getting these surgeries for the Elo. 500 US.
So your eyes turn like, you know, like the cat ones.
There's thread in your eye and they changed
Yeah.
the shape of your eyeball.
And that one was terrible. I screamed when I woke up from the surgery. It was so bad that I wanted to tear my eyes apart because
Yeah, you're addicted to torturing yourself, and clearly you can see it. Just looking at you, you can clearly see it, right? And what does this person look like with no makeup on? They probably look hideous, fucking hideous.
They hurt so much. It was like razors in my eyeball.
When you're feeling your most authentic, do you have any go-to things that you do to embrace your otherkin identity?
There's something called mental shifting. And mental shifting is when a Therian gets kind of, their mindset becomes more like their stereotypes. So I would become more wolf-like. So if I'm out in the woods, I'm full-on wolf. Like if I'm with close friends, what's the problem?
Yeah, and what are you doing when you're out there?
So we're running around.
A wolf doesn't need to be a wolf when they're comfortable around close friends. A wolf is just a wolf. A wolf just is, okay? So you gotta be behind closed doors to be what you are. That's fucking bullshit.
We do kind of play as wolves.
Like on all fours?
At times, yes. Sometimes we're two-legged, making wolf vocal stuff. But here's something I might do when I'm out there as far as a howl.
Sure. Whoa. How'd you feel when doing that?
Good.
This guy said,
like,
whoa.
It gets me. It
Your
gets
eyes
me,
teared up.
Yeah, it gets me. It does get me. Like, it puts me in this space where it's a release. It's all of my buildup, all of my.
I bet you 95% of them are on SSRIs and all kinds of fucked up psycho mental drugs, you know, Prozacs and whatnot. You know, and that shit really, the people I know that do that shit, it fucks them up, right? They don't realize it because they just smiling, happy, right? But you try to question them, they snap, they'll bark at you, right? So it ain't making you that happy. But yeah, this person is mentally unstable.
What I have to repress throughout the day, it like comes out in that howl.
Do you hold being an otherkin as a secret, or do you publicly announce it?
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf. I mean, I'm a meme, right? You can't undo a meme.
You're not a fan of that meme?
That was a misrepresentation of me. That was a misrepresentation of a community that I'm a big part of, and that I'm deeply ashamed of myself for letting down. And that I regret that deeply.
Has identifying as otherkin altered your eating habits?
I'm Savage AF. There's this scene in the logo doc of me just like tearing up pizza.
Yeah.
And even after that was filmed,
pizza.
People were like, my friend
Traditional
who
wolf
was in
food.
it with me, Naya, are you sure? Like, do you want that? That's how I eat.
I actually will eat myself if I remove my ribs.
Wait.
Thinking about that.
Wait.
There's a surgery I like that it's the rib removal to have a waist, like a really nice tight waist.
Okay.
And I was thinking doing.
Who needs ribs? They're not there for a purpose. Who needs that? Let this motherfucker get punched in the gut, right? These motherfuckers really live in a safe space in their whole entire lives. They live in this safe space, you know? They have no threat of being knocked out or being attacked. Like, imagine getting punched with no ribs. All for the aesthetics or whatever.
Like a barbecue with my own ribs sounds like really extreme and strange, and I would love to see how I taste.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
You're saying that you would get your ribs removed to have a thinner waist, and then you would eat your ribs over a barbecue to know how you taste?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
How important do you feel it is to alter your appearance to look like the otherkin that you identify as?
Well, it's very important because that's how I feel. So if I don't like how I look in the mirror, how I will like somebody else or like the life I'm living. So
I would love a quad suit.
Yeah.
If any of you want to get me a quad suit, hit me up.
Yo, if you want to donate a quad suit, how much do those cost?
I have no idea. They're a few thousand, I think.
If you want to donate a couple.
You're not serious about life. And you want one of them. You haven't even researched the price of them. You haven't even checked. Really? And you asking people for charity? How is this any different from cult leaders and religious leaders that just try to milk their base, right? You trying to get free shit. You want people to spend their hard-earned money for your little sexual fantasies and your sexual gratification.
Couple $1,000.
That's not
to
righteous.
Naya.
The Wolf Girl Fund.
How do your parents feel about you being
You're not a
otherkin?
girl.
Indifferent.
Indifferent, completely
Completely indifferent.
but supportive?
They're not supportive. I think at this point it's just become so normalized
Right,
because
two
they've
moms.
lived dealing with it.
Yeah.
That it's just it doesn't shock or phase or.
They just
have
say, "Oh,
much
my
effect.
wolf child."
Yeah.
My family wasn't very supportive at first because, you know, plastic surgery is a really extreme decision to do.
Are they supportive now?
They are supported now because they have seen all
they're
the
not.
positive things that bring to my life. Socially, in work, love, you know, confidence, and just happiness in general.
Has being otherkin affected any of your other relationships?
I've been rejected a few times when they realized I was kin.
You were rejected because of that?
Only
But
a
I've
few times?
also made, like, it's also caused me to find some amazing people.
How do you feel?
You found a community, but you still haven't found a spouse. Why you think that is? Maybe you're doing something wrong, right, Mister? I'm never checked by reality. Maybe have you ever thought to maybe look inside and say maybe I'm doing something wrong?
Feel when you're rejected for that?
If you're gonna reject me,
Yeah.
and right, there's a million different facets of Naya Okami.
Yeah.
There's a million different facets of Anthony Padilla, right? When you're done with this, everywhere you go, you're not the Smosh guy or the
Right.
YouTube guy or
Yeah.
you have all these different thoughts and beliefs, and if you're gonna reject all of that without knowing it because I identify in a wolf-like way.
The host probably walked out of that room just laughing with the production crew, whatever, the cameraman. They probably walked out of there just like just burst out laughing because this shit is fucking nonsense. You know, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 100 years ago, you would have been fucking ridiculed. You know, and they still are ridiculed, but now they have safe spaces where they can just kind of live in their fantasy and really never be questioned, right? In fact, it'd be reinforced. All this nonsense is reinforced, you know? That's where they gain their validity.
Way, your loss.
What are some of the biggest ways your life has been altered since you realized that you're not entirely human?
Actually, when it started, it was kind of bad because I got bullied from being so different, and the bullying was extreme. Being obligated to eat acid, for example.
Eat acid?
Acid, yeah. Or throw boiling water, or call names
People
and
would
stuff.
throw
That was the
boiling
list.
water at you?
Yeah. A lot of extreme stuff.
I don't believe that shit. Who threw boil? So what? Somebody sat there and just boiled water, and you just stayed around waiting for the water to boil. Someone just carrying boiling water in the street. Hey, bow! Nonsense. It's bullshit. These motherfuckers have a victim complex. They take pride in being victims, you know. And like I came from like a liberal, progressive liberal background, so I understood that. I felt, oh yeah, I'm a victim. I'm a this. I'm a that. You know, the white man let me down. It's all bullshit. At the end of the day, as a grown man, you can't fend for yourself, and you can't create a business or anything. You're a waste of a human being, right? Especially if you have kids. That was kind of rough, but you know what I'm saying.
I have
sorry.
many scars from that. Don't worry. I actually think that everything happens for a reason. You know, they bullied me because I was different. But right now, people
just gay.
love me for the same reason.
You just gay. That's all it is. You gay, and you haven't fully accepted that yet. So you probably have, but you went to the extreme, you know. And I understand that, right? Like I was told, because I'm an atheist since a child, I'm this, I'm that. I'm just trying to be one of these modern white people. I'm trying to be like this. I'm trying to be a Christian. I'm trying to whatever. I've been told everything, and so I retaliated by getting more vocal about it, right? My views, you know. And so now I'm very vocal about my views. So I understand going to the extremes because you were bullied about it, but I refuse to end up like this. I refuse to end up like this.
Reasons I was bullied before. Many people say they were sorry.
How does that make you feel when they apologize?
Actually, kind of good for them because I know now that people is changing. Not just them. All the world is changing. They are more comprehensive. They are more open-minded. The love is growing, and that's what we need because the world is
You got some hair on your
ending,
chin.
and we have to love each other. And
The world is ending. Based on what? Based on your TV shows or your animes, or like what? Where is the world ending based? I mean, civilization as we know it is definitely ending, but I need some some reality behind that. Someone explain to me why the world's ending.
Work together to make this a better place. This
the
can
world
be
ends.
heaven if we all put our hands together.
Heaven. This can be heaven. I thought the world was ending.
Kelly wants to know your thoughts about furries and how they differ from otherkin.
An otherkin can choose to be a furry. A furry cannot choose to be an otherkin.
You just have to.
Otherkin is an integral identification.
Oh, so your nonsense reality has rules and boundaries, right? Because you come from a place of authority, right? You're the authority figure, right? So you can tell people, oh yeah, you're not this because you're not doing it right? Based on fantasy. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
A furry creates a character, a persona, and often plays as or draws that character, but it is not their identity.
Why do you think it wasn't until recently when the otherkin community became so popular in mainstream media?
The reason I think there's all this sudden popularity in it is it's different. And you know, I think one person found it, probably, unfortunately, people who are looking to make expletive, you know, documentaries.
Oh, wow.
They found it.
You got skills.
Did it. I got memed. They kind of knew what they wanted to produce before they interviewed me, and it wasn't what I was looking for as far as being in.
They wanted to paint otherkin as silly.
As something, yeah, as like this silly, jovial, look at these
It
guys
is.
who, you know, dress up as animals, and they blurred the line, they put furries in there, and
They wanted to create something controversial, something to show that people should laugh at you.
yeah, but the fact it got memed, that means other people who would not normally care are exposed to it.
Yeah, for me, it was seeing the meme and then understanding that this community existed in the first place.
Can
so
you
it was
say-
because
Can you say that you're my fan then?
I am your biggest fan. I am your biggest fan.
No, don't be one of those.
Just seeking confirmation, huh? Seeking. You're fucked. You are fucked. Oh my god.
What's the biggest hardship about being
I can't believe I
otherkin?
said
Trying
this
to
whole thing already.
externalize it because, you know, with plastic surgery it hurts. It's painful, like
Yeah,
You're addicted to that
in
pain.
a body level.
but you feel it on the inside and you feel like you have to
Yeah,
show the
I mean,
world.
you feel pain externally, but inside,
Don't these doctors have to deal with a Hippocratic oath? Like, don't they have some kind of like code to not harm their patients? Because those doctors that did them surgeries to him, they should have their licenses revoked. Like, this shit is fucking nonsense.
you don't know how good it feels. You feel like you are becoming yourself.
How does hanging out with otherkin friends differ from hanging out with normies?
Feel. Hold on.
Normies
Feel.
suck. Okay.
Normies suck!
Normies suck, bro.
You hear that, normies? You
Let me Google what a normie is. A normal person, one with commonly held beliefs, tastes, or interests. So basically, you can be hateful to the average person, but when the average person mocks you, that's out of bounds. Come on, bring the same energy. Bring the same energy. You know what I mean?
suck!
But no, like, I like hanging out with people who are interesting.
Yeah.
Whether that be because they're otherkin or maybe they're from this other fringe culture that I find interesting. I like hanging out with people who aren't cookie cutters.
What would you say to someone watching who's questioning their identity and maybe feels like
Oh,
they
no.
might identify as otherkin, but they're too ashamed to
Oh, no.
let the world know?
People, and I want to say this to all of you,
We're talking to children. That's the sad part. You know what I mean? Because no adult, well, I mean, there are probably some weird adults that'll just come into this shit later in life. But the sad part is that the sadistic part is that he's talking to children.
there are cringy wolf jumping and stuff videos on YouTube.
From you.
Some by kids, some by teenagers, and some by young adults. Don't bully them. You know, this whole cringe culture is BS.
Yeah.
You know, the
Is it?
stuff that you do with your friends and you have fun doing that you would never post on social media, but you
Yeah.
know you love. These people are brave enough.
Cringe comes from an understanding of what they did. Everyone has a past where they're just sitting there cringing about it. Like, I can't believe I wore this. I can't believe I said this. I can't believe I did that. You know what I mean? It comes from a personal understanding. So it's not BS. It's people grasping how embarrassing it is, and they're embarrassed for you, right? Like, they feel it. We feel it in the pits of our stomach, how embarrassed we are for you.
To post that
Yes.
and be like, this is a part of me I want to meet. And these people, you're just crushing them.
Everyone wants to talk things down, and I feel like it's leaving people as shells of who they really are
Yeah.
because they're afraid of being judged.
Yeah. And let me tell you guys something. You don't know somebody's identity. Don't claim to. You need to subscribe to Anthony's channel. And do you know why you need to subscribe?
Because he's mocking you.
Might just tear you to shreds.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out, promote anything you want.
The cringe that I just felt is BS. It doesn't really exist.
Directly into camera, go.
Go to my Instagram, luispadron.elf. I answer all.
I'm not gonna promote these motherfuckers' social medias and shit. But yeah, that's fucked up. That is all kinds of fucked up. Like, it's not like it's something I haven't seen people weird like that before, because, you know, we've all seen those in school. There was people that wanted to be, you know, cringy and different, and they, you know, they really embraced that whole vibe, right? So it's nothing new to us, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse, like, because it's going unchecked. People aren't checking this insanity nowadays, and it's accepted. It's accepted as normal, right? So what happens when what these guys are doing now is considered conservative, and these new age weirdos start calling them normies? They're gonna be just as disgruntled and angry as the average human being is, the average normal person is, right? Because let's be real, we see this and we're like, yo, these people are dealing with mental health issues. These people are fucked up, right? But the average person isn't saying nothing. The average person is just accepting it. Yeah, you know, this is cool. This is cool. This is life now. You know, I don't mind. Like, the bar always moves. The you know what I'm saying? The line is always moved. It just gets more and more and more extreme, right? So it's only going to get worse. And if you're willing to live in a world like that, then do you. But I'm not. I'll speak on it. You know what I mean? I'll speak on it. I speak on things that I feel will eventually affect me and my children. I don't have any children yet, but I plan to. So, yeah, this shit is insanity. It really is. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, like and subscribe. This is Yucca from the No Pigeons Podcast. Holla at me.